Well, if the gray hair in my beard hasn't tipped you off, I grew up in the 90s. And as a huge Terminator fan, originally, honestly, it was Terminator 2 that just blew my mind with the T-1000 and all the memes. Even Wayne's World was memeing it. Terminator 2 was probably the biggest movie of my childhood, if I can remember. Maybe that and Jurassic Park. Unbelievably huge. But then the Terminator franchise kind of disappeared into obscurity, releasing Terminator 3, 4, and 5. All three movies were widely disliked. Now, there are some fans of each particular film, and they're maybe not all that bad, but 3, 4, and 5, I think we can agree, don't hold up at all to the first two. And now we have Terminator 6 coming out, which the director is quietly calling technically Terminator 3 just because he wants to make 3, 4, and 5 not canon, and really, I think, just not associate himself with just how bad 3, 4, and 5 were, and that's like industry speak, I guess, for not wanting to shit on other directors. But we have Terminator 6. Apparently, we have essentially an all-female cast. This is how it's being marketed, but interestingly, not super aggressively. It's like, are we living... Did I wake up in the upside down world where the Ghostbusters remake didn't happen? Why? Why are they doing this? It's like they want to fail because not only do they force this all-women narrative, which is just going to turn some people off because of the way that journalists promote it, as in, well, if you don't like Terminator 6 and you don't like the woman, everyone's going to remember Ghostbusters, and for not only how it was marketed, but just how bad Paul Feig's movie was in general, okay? And we have our first official look at it. This is a few weeks ago. Now, I'm just getting to it now because other things have come up, but I'm such a huge fan of T2. I even have like the all-metal DVD because it was just that good. But we have Natalia Reyes, Mackenzie Davis, and Linda Hamilton reprising her role as Sarah Connor. And this picture, it's not good. I mean, I'm kind of interested in Sarah Connor's, like, I don't know, her Hillary Clinton hair. I'm not sure what's going on there. But, you know, I am pumped about the character. She should be up here. But where the frick is Arnold? He's been in all 6. Why is Arnold Schwarzenegger not on this? I'll tell you why. That's on purpose, okay? That is, of course, on purpose. If I could actually look at this thread... Let's see if I can actually look at this thread if anybody else noticed. Let's see. This is just a guess, honestly. I wish there was a GIF of a thumbs down sinking into lava so I could post it in the reply to this image. Boom! Oh my god! I love it when things work out like that. Like, I have died. Everybody hates it. Everybody. First of all, everyone's over reboots. All right? You know, I don't care who the director is, right? James Cameron, I don't think, is going to be able to save the reboot. Now, the man always kind of cast tough women, but just not. Just not. I'm not feeling that at all. Linda Hamilton looks like she's in prime form, returning to her most famous character. That's fine. Davis looks like she's about as far from San Junipero she could possibly be. Natalia. So we have, you know, POC, a boyish man, and an old lady. That's what I see here. Okay? This doesn't look badass at all. Just because you put smoke... If you take the green screen away, it looks like they could be going to the laundromat. Is that too far? There's nothing badass about... Like, other than Sarah Connor... But she's like 100. And the only reason she looks particularly badass is because of the gun in her hand. The short barrel shotgun, sawed off. Is what it looks like to me. We see articles like this. From the TerminatorFans.com. Don't blame the actresses. They are doing their jobs. They didn't construct this movie. I agree. It's not the actress's fault, just like Kelly Marie Tran. It's not her fault that Rose Tico was terrible. Terminator has always had feminism. Oh, here we go. It feels like you've never seen the first two Terminator movies. Go back and see the evolution of Sarah Connor. Terminator was always her story. Just because Sarah Connor isn't the title character doesn't mean the first two movies weren't always about her. We are hopefully reconnecting with... No, that... oh my God, why? Okay, these people are like, well, everything's feminism. Everything was feminism. She was just a badass character in the movie. There was no underlying message. There was none of that. She was just a badass character. Paul Feig started all this shit. Let's blame the real problem. Paul Feig and his conspiracy with Sony to capitalize on a ruthless marketing strategy to pit opposite sexes against each other and cause conflict and controversy to boost ticket sales with Ghostbusters. This is a man who pretended to have a vagina to berate the internet whilst giving us female characters who were supposedly diverse, then proceeded to undermine his so-called altruistic faux feminism with cliched one-dimensional female story types with completely contradicting his entire BS movie. That is a good take. This is a good take. Terminator's diversity, again, you know, the new look Terminator, first look official 40 as bad as the EW photos? We don't think so. And you had plenty of testosterone and dick. Obviously not on display in those. No, I didn't, I don't think this photo looks badass at all. I don't think, you know, when you look at it up close, it's boring, lifeless. You're trying to reboot Terminator without putting Arnold Schwarzenegger anywhere in the photo. If you mean to tell me that that isn't a message in and of itself, it's like rebooting Jurassic Park and not putting a dinosaur on it. You would have to have a specific motivation for that. You wouldn't just do that on purpose. It's set to release in November this year and will also start Arnold Schwarzenegger, returning as the titular Terminator role, and Gabriel Lunar, Ghost Rider on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the role of that IMDb identifies simply as Terminator. So he'll probably be playing another, like a T-1000 type character. It's set to be helmed by Deadpool director Tim Miller and is being produced by the original Terminator director, James Cameron. So you've got some hope here. Is there cause for hope? You've got, I mean, say what you want about James Cameron, but I will say you've got a good directing crew here. You've got, you know, Tim Miller and James Cameron on the same film. Will this film be able to get out of its own way in the marketing? See, what really kills a lot of these movies, I am absolutely convinced that the original Ghostbusters, the Ghostbusters remake would have done way better at the box office if not for the way it was marketed in the media. Now, the movie would have not been any better. Okay, I still would not have seen it because it looked like an abomination. But the way the marketing was literally motivated people who might have otherwise seen it to just not see it and then post online about how they're not seeing it. I think, in particular, Hollywood has learned from that, and that's why we're not seeing thousands of articles about how woke this film is. Now, we're going to have to wait and see closer to November if they try to pick up that narrative again. If they do, I think we know we're going to have another installment of Get Woke, Go Broke. Do you think Terminator 6 is going to avoid the problems of Ghostbusters in its LGBT-1000 film? Or do you think it's going to be another reprived redux pile of garbage like 3, 4, and 5 were? Look forward to hearing your comments in the comments section down below. Make sure you don't miss the video I did earlier today on CD Projekt Red. You don't want to miss that. Some insiders reached out to me. Interesting stuff. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.